So let's get started. Start by taking a few breaths. Gently notice how the breath just starts to come through the body, through the nose, down into the belly. See if you can relax the shoulders, relax the arms and the hands. And just see if that adjustment helps the breath to be more full and easy. Little by little, you can start to just bring awareness to your body. Know that maybe the mind is in a lot of different places, but you want to try to center it here, the present moment, by just focusing on the breath, steady flow of breath in and out. And notice while you're here that the mind may wander. See if you can set an intention to celebrate the fact that you are aware that it wandered and bring it back home, bring it back to center. You want to breathe in and out, focusing here on the moment. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. As I do so, allow yourself to hear to the very last rung of the bowl. Stay steady on the breath and just try to hear. Continue to breathe and bring your awareness down to your feet. Notice your feet on the ground beneath you and imagine that your feet are placed on top of soil. And bring into your mind's eye this idea of what soil feels like. Notice the texture, the feeling of the earth, the cool or the warm feeling and sensations that maybe grace the bottoms of your toes and your heels and the sole of your foot. And as you have your attention here, I want you to wiggle your toes a few times and just really allow your feet to melt down into the earth. If you've ever been in nature, you can bring into your mind's eye any kind of ground that suits you best. Maybe there's grass on your soil, or maybe it's just soil and dirt. There could be rocks. Maybe there's life that runs through it. Continue to keep your awareness here. And we're going to start to also develop this as our foundation. Think about the foundation where our feet are pressed onto the ground and our ground is pressing back up on our feet. from this foundation, we want to just think about how we allow the breath to flow to support us. The steady stream of breath coming down through our bodies. And while you're here, I want you to bring into your mind's eye a mountain. Imagine this mountain sits on the same foundation as your feet. The soil sits on top of this, and the earth supports the mountain from its base all the way up to its peak. Breathe in and out as you just bring into your mind's eye what the mountain looks like, how it feels, the temperature, the season, and allow it to be something that is very beautiful. And I want you to also consider that your mountain has rivers on it and streams. It's very important today that our mountain include streams and rivers. Continue to breathe in and out as you feel the fullness of this mountain. Just notice what it's like to be in its presence. And the base now, bring it down to the feet, bringing the mountain within. As you embody the mountain, it's something that's similar to you. It's almost a metaphor for your body. Allow the base to be at the feet, on the soil, the ground beneath, feeling the support. Your skin, allow that to be the plants and the shrubs, the bushes, the leaves. Allow the breath to flow as the air, the temperature that's on the mountain. Let it be almost like a stream of water as well. Like as you breathe in and out, that's how the stream also flows. Imagine the river on the mountain and just watch it. Notice how it goes with the flow of nature. As you breathe in and out, notice how your breath also goes with that flow. The air flows in and out. Allow the belly to be like the sun. As you breathe in and out, just feel the heat that comes from the breath. And what sounds you hear around you, just notice those sounds as just being part of nature as it unfolds. We're going to do a body scan. As we scan up our body, we're going to actually use the mountain as this base, and imagine that we're coming up the mountain, and the mountain that is on our body, we're just scanning and we're seeing how it feels, noticing anything that might be there that maybe shouldn't be there or that you feel exceptionally good about, and notice how it impacts you and your attention. But continue to be an observer, doing your best to continue on coming up through the scan. We're going to start at the base. Notice the base, and as we notice the base, see if there's anything that comes to mind that's important, that sticks out to you. And see if you can feel the strength that comes from here. Maybe you may have not noticed it before, but see if you can notice strength that comes from the foundation, from where your feet are, the base of the mountain is. As we start to come up our mountain, notice how our legs and our knees and our thighs feel. Breathe in and out to maintain your awareness. Notice the full length of the legs, the front, the back, the side. Notice you have a outer leg and an inner leg, an outer knee and an inner knee, an inner thigh and an outer thigh. Continue to bring awareness up to the hips that sit on your chair. Feel the connection between your chair and your hips. This is about midway up your mountain. Just notice what's there. Notice how it feels and what comes to mind on your mountain as you focus on your hips. Continue to bring awareness up through the belly. Feel the sun beating down on the belly. As you breathe in and out, can you feel the air cool off the warm sensation? As you touch with your skin, you're touching the surface. Can you feel the power of that touch? Maybe you place your hand on the belly and the chest and just feel this warmth and coolness, this rise and this fall, this yin and this yang. While you're here, what's on your mountain? What do you see stick out for you? Continue to bring your awareness up from your mid part of the body to your shoulders, the arms, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingertips. Feel like this is the full side of the mountain, the landscape as it comes down your body, your midway, and somewhere within that midway, the trees and the bushes get even more thicker. More life beams with energy. Though you may not see the sun as much because there's shade here, you can still feel its warmth radiate. Allow the breath to continue to ride the wind down to the fingertips. And see if you can bring your wind all the way down to your fingertips. Depending how you feel, your wind may be fast or may be slow, might be calm. Maybe it's just a breeze. But however you're feeling right now, allow your wind to just flow like it. Try not to adjust it to be a certain way. Continue scanning the body. And from our fingertips, we're going to come back up, breathing in and bringing our awareness as we carry it back up through to our shoulders and our neck. And from our neck to our jaw, allow the jaw to maybe be loose. Notice if the mouth is clenched at all. Just try to let it go and breathe into that space. Knowing as you start to come up from the shoulders, you're starting to come to the peak of the mountain. You're starting to come to the end, to the very top. Notice the shape of the neck and how the face maybe gets a little bit skinnier compared to the shoulders. It starts to come up into a point, still supported by the rest of your body, still supported by the rest of the mountain. Sit up in a more dignified manner. Now that we're at the head, sit up a little bit taller and allow your neck to rise. And as you breathe in and out, notice how the temperature changes through the nose as you carry the air forward. Allow it to be fluid. And then on the exhale, out through either the nose or the mouth, letting it go. Continue to feel this awareness come up around the face, the nose, the eyes, the crown of the head. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, awareness. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, awareness. And notice as you to get to the peak, every single crevice, every single detail. Notice the nose and the eyes, the eyebrow. See if you can almost count the number of eyelashes that you have. Even though the wind at the top of the peak might feel a little bit more harsh or full than it did at the bottom of the base, see if you can just continue to embrace that in your own sense of calmness. Steady with the breath. And from the tip of the head down to the base, I want you to bring the full sense of the mountain into awareness. Bring the full sense of this experience. And if anything stuck out for you, I want you to bring your attention there. This is dominant feeling or experience, something that maybe you felt that you weren't comfortable with, something that was unpleasant that you may have experienced from the body scan. And I want you to bring a hand to that place. If it's emotion, then you can maybe place a hand on your heart or on your forehead. If it's something that's physical, you might be able to lay a hand on that place, on the body. But I want you to bring it into your awareness and use your breath to start to breathe, so soften around it. And in your mind's eye, bring yourself down to the stream on the mountain. Maybe it's somewhere midway, the stream or the river that flows. I want you to just notice it as we still stay here paused on this dominant feeling of unpleasantness. It could also be pain, be stress, anxiety, anything that has come up for you along your body scan or that stuck out. like it may be distracting you. I want you to just listen for a moment and welcome it. And welcoming it doesn't mean that you accept it, it just is a way to greet it, as if a guest would come to your door. Even though it's your house, that doesn't mean that when a guest comes to your door, they own your house if you let them in. Notice what it looks like and what it feels like in its shape. If you'd put a visual cue of what the mountain would look like in this pace, would it be messy? Would it be trees maybe knocked down with the root out? See if you can find a mental description from your mountain to just emphasize what this would look like if you could paint a picture of it. Continue to breathe and just listen and observe. Ride the rhythm of breath. Continue to hear your stream in the background. And just as the earth parts ways for the stream and the river, and the trees and the plants go on to shore or into the side of the creek, allow your hand to feel like it holds the river in it. The plants, the shrubs, the bushes are still on the skin, but the river flows and washes over this unpleasantness. The breath continues to carry the water along. Stream flows, the breath flows, both cleansing and washing away. Maybe you can smile at some point and just see if that brings extra light and sunshine to the place of uncertainty or unpleasantness. And if it's in your practice, I invite you to now take that almost as if you're holding it in your hand and place it into the river or the stream that you've envisioned. Let it go and truly allow your hands to maybe even lift up. Allow it to flow away and wash away. Notice how it is in the vastness of the full mountain, how small it is in the river that carries it away. And as we bring our attention and awareness up our bodies, come to the peak of the head, to the lofty top of the mountain. And see if you can even see your river from top of the mountain. Look how small it is in comparison to the perspective at the top of the mountain. Maybe look down your body as you see the slopes of the mountain on both sides and all around you, all the way down to the base of where the feet are. And see if you can just feel the fullness of this body. The unpleasantness may still be there, but it's being washed away. But it's much smaller now in respect to the rest of the body and the emotions and the mind that you're made up of. For the rest of this practice, I want you to continue to try to bring your awareness to your full body from the peak to the base. And just breathe in the sense of understanding of that there's this vast dynamic person. Breathe in and out. Notice all your details. And see if you can just let go of anything else that you'd like to let go of. And embrace anything else that you like to embrace. It's your choice for the rest of the class. Continue to breathe. Continue to experience the fullness of your body from peak to base. Let the river wash you clean as you let go. Going to ring the singing bowl. Welcome to continue meditating as long as you like by turning off this video. After hearing the rung all the way to the end, if you'd like to close with me, you can. Take a few more breaths as you breathe and allow the light to come in through the eyes. And be gentle and maybe smile. Notice the fullness of your body. And I hope you maintain that for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me, and namaste.